could it be sex? When we're together, we're not together. When we're apart, we get along better. While you are away from me, I'm so lonely, so unhappy. Living together for days, we don't even speak. Thousands of miles apart, I call you every week. And when I could stand it no longer, I decide to wander, then compelled to return because absence makes the heart grow fonder. This must be love's greatest mystery. I don't want to stay or be set free. When you're near me, I don't want you any longer. But the day after I leave, my love grows, oh, so much stronger. You curse me out, telling me to go away. And before I leave, you beg me to stay. But I walk out, so slamming the door, shouting, I don't want to see you anymore. And then I hurry to catch the next plane, wondering why I keep such a busy dame. When I arrive at my lonely destination, after much mental stress and aggravation, I go somewhere and rest for a week or two, and then my aching heart longs for only you. Another woman never even crosses my mind, but when I'm with you, it's like doing time. Baby, I hate to be so mean, but I can't leave you. I can't stay, and there's no place in between. And when I could stand it no longer, I decide to wander, then compelled to return, because absence makes the heart grow fonder. Or could it be sex? Give me back my mind. You're laughing at me, but it's not funny. You got everything I own, all my money. I wanted to give you something that money can't buy. I wanted to give you love that you couldn't deny. But in your quest for material things, you missed the happiness only true love brings. I gave you my love and you let it decay. I gave you my heart and you tossed it away. Darling, you don't know how much this would upset me by trying to give you love and you wouldn't let me. You were evil, cruel, and so unkind till I began to give you a piece of my mind until I gave it all to you. Give it back. It's the least you can do. It hurts, but it's so plain to see that all you wanted was my money. Well, what good is money, a house, or a car if I don't even know what they are? What good is a signpost without a sign? How strong is an elephant without a spine? And me, baby, what good am I without my mind? Now they have me under lock and key. Give me back my mind so they can release me. You can keep the house, the car, and my very last dime. But I'm begging and pleading, just give me back my mind. Something's wrong somewhere. Were you really in wonderful, wonderful wonderland? Or were you flying around with Peter Pan? The jolly green giant wears the frown. Somebody pushed Humpty Dumpty down. Peter had a wife and couldn't keep her. Heard you creeping in, I'm not a heavy sleeper. And your weird-looking friends give me the creeps. Those fairies, goblins, witches, and freaks. Alice, were you really in wonderful, wonderful wonderland? Or were you flying and lying around with Peter Pan? Oh, you used to be such a sweet lass, but you changed after smoking that grass. Your fairy godmother would be ashamed of you, and Mother Goose would have a few choice words too. Rumor has it that you're calling Peter Pan Sweet Peter for something. Besides, I saw your big bad wolf huffing and puffing at you, looking like Little Miss Muffin, while your best friend, Mary, quite contrary, for spite, turned our son into a fairy. Hey, this is the last straw, the one that broke the camel's back. Cool it, Alice. I'm gonna live in a house built by Jack. Yeah, your man Jack. Well, he won't be nimble and he won't be quick. When I go upside his head with a candlestick, you know how to treat me very well. Ain't put you in no pumpkin shell. And Alice, one more thing I gotta say to you. You better stop calling me Little Boy Blue. go along with me. I don't need any proof. I don't like your silly hat. Now what do you think of that? And for some more bad news, I don't even like your shoes. I don't care if they're shined or not. I don't like them, and I don't like them a lot. I don't like the clothes you wear or the way you fix your hair. Don't care if the job is well done. I just don't like you, son. And good grief, I don't even like your teeth. Seems like they're brushed in white, but I don't care. I just don't like it. And I got another squawk. I don't like the way you walk. It's not too macho, it's not too gay. I just don't like it anyway. And most everybody may not agree, but all I need is 2 or 3. I don't need the opinion of the masses. I don't even like your glasses. I don't care if you bathe or shower and spray on deodorant by the hour. I don't need a good enough reason to tell. I just don't like the way you smell. And even though you come to work on time, I think you are nothing but slime. I don't care about your politics, religion, age, sex, color, or race. I just don't want you in my workplace. This kid I got is too hard to raise. Smart as a whip and dumb and crazy. Taught him sex education. He tried to bond with his sister. Taught him respect for the family. He called his mom mister. Taught him about substance abuse. He said, Dad, let's get high. Told him crime is not pain. He said this computer and password makes you a lie. I taught him about jobs, income, and multi-level selling. He said he recruited 10 money-making hoes, and none of them tell him. I taught him about black scholars, warriors, kings, queens, and a whole lot more. He used the wisdom of Solomon and the strategy of Hannibal to win a drug-turf war. I taught him about the Rainbow Coalition and to have respect for all races. He said, Dad, check on my pretty white hooker, and she stacked in all the right places. I taught him about self-esteem, faith, and the value of hard work. He said, I do as I please, and I'm pleased with what I do, and I'm proud of being a jerk. I taught him to exercise, eat well, and not get too fat. He said, call me a greasy couch potato, and I drink to that. I taught him about the plight of the homeless, and that poverty is no fun. And he quoted some comic who said, let's declare war on the homeless by shooting a bomb. Now this kid of mine got himself in jail. He said, Dad, I need big bucks. My friends and them hoes won't post my bail. We love him. We talked to him. We whipped him. We reasoned with him. Believe me, we did the best we knew how. And he called me the bull and his mother the cow. 20 years of good advice and training, and he was too smart to heed. Now he has plenty of time to think, reflect, and read. This kid I got is too hard to raise. Smart as a whip, acts dumb and crazy. And finally, I'd like to do one that I call, Do I Have to Live Like This? Even computers are looking for work to do. When liquor and drugs for many are a way of life, then it's no small wonder we're losing folks via gun and knife. Pushers at parties and on the streets, liquor stores and too many corners. If I depend on them to exist, I ask my wretched self, do I have to live like this? Do they supply junk because I demand? Or do I demand junk because they supply? Are these scapegoats to our pleasure are only to bring us heartache and pain? Remaining sober, I could see through this silly game. Am I calling a thunderstorm thinking it's only a light rain of mist? I ask my wretched self, do I have to live like this? In rugged, bygone years, my people, poor and proud, have had so little, yet have done so much. And by comparison, I have had so much, yet have done so little. I tried to keep up with the Joneses and ended up with a Jones I couldn't keep up with. If Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Christmas Atlas, Denmark Beasley, Nat Turner, Sumner, Frederick Douglass, and others too numerous to list could rise above slavery and oppression, teaching their people even they had to resist, then I ask my wretched self, do I have to live like this? Did I let Hollywood and Madison Avenue turn my American dream to a nightmare while I lay stretched out on the sidewalk with children dancing around me singing? Is he sick? Is he sleeping? Is he drunk? Is he drugged? Is he dead? What a shame. Let's call the police to take him away so we can play another game. And when I think of the many strong Afro-Americans who were their own analysts, I ask my wretched self, do I have to live like this?
We're already an hour behind schedule.
I don't know. And you wrote a great term paper and only got a C. What can I say? 3 of the teachers read it and thought you deserved an A. And you really performed that song. You sounded like a chirping bird. But the trophy went to that screamer. We couldn't understand a word. And you saw your boyfriend kiss another girl. And someone you don't know called you a dirty name. And while you were minding your own business, the pimps and pushers were running their silly game. There is a higher power. Keep your self-esteem intact. Every day is a challenge. Show them you have the knack. Get a grip on life. Stick with the program. Don't give up and die. If you think things are tough now, just wait till you get to junior high. Slow down, Sneak. The joke is on you because you didn't know that divorce will be final next week. She told you that I would be at a conference, and you suggested taking her on a cruise. She said she would tell me she was visiting relatives. Man, you were the one being used. She is as cute as she can be with those big innocent eyes. Her reputation is less than discreet, and most everybody knows that she lies. She's lots of fun if you have a sense of humor and can take a practical joke. But it's not funny to me when she's gone for days, leaving me with bouncing checks and bills to pay when I'm flat broke, and you bragged at the bar that you stole my wife. You low-down sneak. The joke is on you because you didn't know the divorce will be final next week. And she takes in her relatives who borrow, steal, and beg, and expect me to wait on them hand and foot like I'm some slave. And when I try to relax or study, I can't get a moment's rest. Because she and her silly friends always stirring up some mess. I was at my wit's end trying to please that woman who gave me no choice to do the only thing a sane man could, file for divorce. And you bragged at the bar that you stole my wife. You low-down sneak. The joke is on you because you didn't know that divorce will be final next week. Thank you. Hide the silverware. Oh, God, here they come. Those rowdy friends and kin with sticky fingers. Must we let them in? Listen to that noise. So darn loud. A few of them makes a crowd. They burn their bridges with the rest of the friends and family coming over to my house. They think I'm easy. Hide the silverware. They can use a plastic fork and spoon and put a double lock on the front door. Serve them in the basement, not in the living room. And take some pictures of them. We may need it for proof. If anything weird happens, you know they won't tell the truth. And watch very carefully what you say and give no clues when you might be away. And don't trust them with your kids, car, or key. They'll wreck your life and ruin your family. They will laugh and grin all up in your face. Rowdy so-called friends and sneaky kin set you up and rip you off. It's a shame. It's a sin. Now, most of my relatives and friends are really great, but it only takes a few rotten apples to give you the worst headache. This is a mystery poem. Where are they? What happened to your son who wrote those great plays? And what happened to your beautiful daughter who wrote and sang those wonderful songs? Where are they? What happened to them and their friends who were in that performing arts group? They were excellent. Everyone excelled. Where are they? When the musicals and plays come to town, I look for them. When a new movie comes to a theater near me, I look for them. Where are they? When I read the titles of the songs that hit the charts and study the textbooks of literature and performing arts, I look for them. Where are they? I stayed up all day and half the night watching TV, switching from regular to cable, and read all the credits and could not even find one of them. Where are they? I know something is wrong when I can't find them on TV. If you don't tell me where they are, I'm going to report you to the police, and then I shall write 60 Minutes. I'm as serious as a 30-second primetime commercial. Please tell me, where are they? Sometimes I think God has a sense of humor. Or test results. Our extensive test results show that you have a healthy, happy, well-adjusted, talented, creative, left-handed, left-brained, albino, overweight, outspoken, homosexual, midget, genius, 3-year-old. Yeah! And these are all circumstances beyond his control. He needs no medication. We recommend love, compassion, knowledge, understanding, humor, and prayer. Thank you. Give them your flowers when they treat them like weeds. Your flowers are so beautiful. You give them tender, loving care. Their fragrance is so delightful, like rare perfume in the air. You spend a lifetime in your garden working hard every day, growing flowers for the hair, lapel, windowsill, or for a bouquet. Sometimes you give them to a relative or a friend. But how often you pass by the broken-spirited and depressed on your way to the influential with your flowers of happiness. Don't give them your flowers when they treat them like weeds. Don't give them your flowers when they treat them like weeds. You want fame and fortune. Yes, you really want to get over. So foolishly you gave them your lucky 4-leaf clover. They burnt it before your eyes in a flower-shaped ashtray and laughed at you as you cried and wilted away. They know what you can do. Your work is among the best. Still, they put you through test after agonizing test. Don't give them your flowers when they treat them like weeds. Don't give them your flowers when they treat them like weeds. Why is it so important to be accepted by them when they don't care about you? And you trying to revive your crushed flowers with tears soggy as mist and dew. May I suggest that you be careful, wise, and strong, and not be afraid to share your flowers with those of the broken spirit who need your tender, loving care. If you make strong and fresh human flowers once filled with decay, the spirit of goodness may bless you with a life beautiful as your favorite bouquet. Thank you. At the answer to ourselves. No longer can we escape the truth by placing the blame on someone else. Labor blames management for poor working conditions. Management blames labor for inflation going on. The rich blame the poor for being poor and say they are lazy, and the poor blame the rich for keeping them down and call the rich crazy. The old blame the young for the crime that's done, and the young blame the old for responsibility they have shunned. The blacks blame the whites for things not being right, and the whites blame the blacks for being in such a plight. But there come a time in everybody's life when we got the answer to ourselves. No longer can we escape the truth by placing the blame on someone else. The smart blame the dumb for not having enough brains, and the dumb blame the smart for always messing up things. The men blame the women, and the women blame the men. The thin blame the fat, and the fat blame the thin. Oh my Lord, will this blaming ever end? Although to some it may seem odd, but lots of folk even blame God. Our inner victory may never be won if we don't accept the courage to accept the wrong we've done. I said, let's get a hold to ourselves and figure this thing out. The stealing and the killing, the beating and mistreating is not what life is about. The teachers blame the students, and the students blame the teachers for the problems in the schools, but each one knows within himself who's breaking the rules. If one can accept his own responsibility, is he ready for any society, even his own? For oftentimes even a baby will fool his mother and know he's doing wrong. But there come a time in everybody's life when we got the answer to ourselves, and no longer can we escape the truth by placing the blame on someone else. And the time is now. Thank you. Do I have to live like this? Today, times are hard. Good jobs are few. Even computers are looking for work to do. And on them to exist, I ask my wretched self, do I have to live like this? Do they supply junk because I demand? Or do I demand junk because they supply? Are these scapegoats for our pleasure, or only to bring us heartaches and pain? Remaining sober, I could see through this silly game. Am I caught in a thunderstorm thinking it's only a light rain to miss? I ask my wretched self, do I have to live like this? In rugged, bygone years, my people, poor and proud, have had so little, yet have done so much. And I have had so much, yet have done so little. I tried to keep up with the Joneses, and ended up with a Jones I couldn't keep up with. If Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Crispus Attucks, Denmark Vesey, Nat Turner, Frederick Douglass, and others too numerous to list could rise above slavery and oppression, teaching their people the evils they had to resist, then I ask my wretched self, do I have to live like this? Did I let Hollywood and Madison Avenue turn my American dream to a nightmare while I lay stretched out on the sidewalk with children dancing around me singing? Is he sick? Is he asleep? Is he drunk? Is he drugged? Is he dead? What a shame. Let's call the police to take him away so we can play another game. And when I think of the many strong Afro-Americans who were their own analysts, I ask my wretched self, do I have to live like this? Thank you. Thank you. I meant every word. You are down and out. Please, don't be disturbed. When I said I love you, I meant every word. You are sick and no longer have your health. You are poor and no longer have your wealth. I'm not in love with the things that money can buy. I'm in love with you, baby, and that's no lie. And that's the way it will always be. I'll do what I can to make you happy. What good are diamonds, silver, or gold if I don't have you in my arms to hold? And what good is life and all of its treasures if I don't have you? I would have no pleasures. Darling, indeed, I pray that you will recover. But even if you don't, still, there will be no other. Even if you never earned one red cent, I wouldn't regret this life we've spent. When I said I would love you in sickness and in health, for richer or poor, I meant every word that day. And today, I mean it even more. You are down and out. Please, don't be disturbed. When I said I love you, I meant every word. Thank you. Taking a trip to wonderful, wonderful Wonderland. I'm upset because I care. Alice, something's wrong somewhere. Or were you flying and lying around with Peter Pan? Oh, you used to be such a sweet lass, but you changed after smoking that grass. Your fairy godmother would be ashamed of you, and Mother Goose would have a few choice words too. Rumor has it you're calling Peter Pan Sweet Peter for something. Besides, I saw your big bad wolf huffing and puffing at you looking like Little Miss Muffet, while your best friend, Mary, quite contrary, for spite, turned our son into a fairy. Hey, this is the last straw, the one that broke the camel's back. Cool it, Alice, or go live in a house built by Jack. Yeah, your man Jack, well, he won't be nimble and he won't be quick. When I go inside his head with a candlestick, and you know how to treat me very well, ain't putting you in no pumpkin shell. And Alice, one more thing I gotta say to you. You better stop calling me Little Boy Blue. Another. But there are many fathers who risk life, limb, and personal pleasure to care for their family. Fathers who work hard jobs in dirty and unsafe factories and mines to care for their family. Fathers who work day and night so their children can have a better life. Fathers who had to quit spiritual leaders. Fathers who taught their children to work hard.
I'm gonna get this candy out of my mouth. I'm gonna try to sing like 2 verses of a little song. It goes. Shit. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. Sing it, girl. We are family. Hey, hey. I got all my sisters with me. Woo! Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are Poetic Justice.